You may not be versed in trading, know yourself well enough, and maybe not even be able to do a precise entry continuously over and over and over again because you haven't done it long enough. You haven't identified when it's not likely to be as precise as you would hope for, which is what I'm trying to teach this year by mentoring you with live data, teaching you how to read the tape. So why would you want to increase the likelihood of burning everything down just to have one good, quick run? I got to step 2 real fast. Well done, you gambled. Well done. There's a lot of people that go to Vegas and they make money. That doesn't mean they were skilled. You want everything that you're doing in this industry, in this endeavor, this pursuit of excellence in trading to be that very focused there. Excellent in excellence. You want to be able to focus on being good at what you're doing, not showing up at the right time and getting lucky. You don't want happenstance. You don't want coincidence to be the common denominator in your success. That's not what you want. But if you're being honest with yourself, that's what you're asking the universe and fate to come in to your favor when you're over leveraged, just trying to get through to step 1. That's what I've watched him do. I've watched him push and push and push and just try to get through it real fast. Because it took him longer. He's speeding up more intensity and more fever to do everything backwards still. Because panic has set in. And I just sat with him and reminded him today that there's no reason to feel that way. Think about it. You're going to pay this monthly due to whatever that company is. So why not just give yourself the full month? Does that make you a bad trader? Does it make you less of a trader than someone else? Who cares how long it takes them to do it and what they think that it should take you to do it? Because when you get funded, and if you make money and you do whatever those profit splits are, which I don't even know what the profit split is. I don't know. But whenever that is, and whatever that payout is you get, are you going to listen to that same person that's telling you what you should do, how you should do it, how fast you should do it? Are you going to let them tell you how to spend it? No. So why are you going to listen to them when they tell you what you should be doing to get through it, a specific time frame or duration or model or approach to doing so? All these things are distractions. They're all ways to keep your eye off of what it is you're trying to do, which is find consistency, stop burning down things, and receive beauty for ashes. By doing what you're supposed to do and focusing on that, not trying to rush it, not trying to add 20 funded accounts. Let's just start with one. Let's just start with one, trading with one contract, giving yourself time. Okay, I know some of you are thinking, wait, Michael, wait, man, wait. Listen, you said one contract, but they're asking for $400 a month. Come on, man, I can't get rich on that. They're in my pocket. They're going to be taking a portion of the profit split on top of that too. It ain't worth it then. It's not. You have to turn these odds around and place them in your favor. You got $3,000. $3,000 drawdown with one contract. That's a lot of wiggle room. That's very forgiving. And to make $400 over the course of a month with one contract is easy. See, you don't know it because you're trading with larger leverage every time you're trying to do these combines to get through it real quick. Because you probably told yourself, all right, I'll break all these rules to get through it. I'll trade with 5 contracts. I'll trade with 8 contracts just to accelerate my way through step 1. But when I get to step 2, I'm going to be a good boy. I'm going to trade with no more than 2 contracts because it would be silly for me to lose step 2 funded by over leveraging. But you're not using that same logic going through the first part of it. Silly, isn't it? And this is really no different than what people do with their live accounts. Before they even send the money to the broker, they're like, I'm going to follow all the rules. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And as soon as the account's opened up and you had the first losing trade, oh, well, that went out the window. What you say, the casino never closes? Well, that's exactly what I'm here for. Push it. What's the most contracts I can trade? That's what we're doing. All logic goes out the window when you're using real money. Which is why I tell you, you have to be bored with the results in demo. 6 months. If you just do it for a month, you're not really desensitized. You're not conditioned. You're not initiated. You just dabbled. That's equivalent to anybody else that starts in forex or trading and they use a demo account. Oh, wow, I could have made money like that. That sounds like a plan. Well, let's go ahead and just put $5,000, $10,000 into an account. I'm probably going to make money. It doesn't work like that, does it? Suddenly, there's a scorecard and it has a dollar sign right in front of it. You don't want to do all the wrong things multiple times and realize over the course of a month, none of the things that you did panned out. None of them resulted in step 2 funded. That's frustrating. You trade with 1 contract. I don't care who you see live streaming making money. You don't know if they're resetting accounts. You don't know if they're really trading with a funded account or trading with a practice account. He took trades. He thought he was in the compound account. And turns out it was in a practice account that he didn't ask for. He did a reset early on. And then when he logged back in, it apparently defaulted to a practice account. So he was working with that account, made a little bit increase, and come to realize none of that was even going towards the combine. So you can imagine he was a little torqued up about that. I mean, I did everything I could not to laugh, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, you're going to do silly stuff. Sometimes in the past, I pressed buy when I wanted to do sell. You're going to get disoriented. You're going to do silly stuff. Okay. But imagine doing work thinking you've gained some ground and it wasn't your live account. It was in a demo, that type of thing. Right. So I think he's learning that all the things he's trying to do aren't going to work. And I'm hoping that this coming week, he'll get hammered more and finally just say, that's it. Like, I can't do it this way. I'm only going to do what you said. And I'll be satisfied. I'll be happy. Because I know that will yield him what he needs to build back, improve and repair what he's done to himself, and then replace it with positive reinforcement. And all that little bit of stuff he's done to himself will be just enough to remind him not to do it. Just a little bit of scar tissue, just a little bit. That's healthy. But when you constantly just keep going, I have students that came to me that try to do other people's way of trading and such, and they've spent like $8,000, $10,000 in all of these funded account companies, hopping from one to the next and just paying all these things, and never one time got to a point where they could be in a position to be funded. So what's the point of doing this then? You should have just took that money and put it in a live account, because you basically did the same thing. If you're not going to follow rules, just flush it away anyway. But see, you're tricked. You're thinking it's only $100. I can take this trade and over leverage it, because what happens? What happens if it works? I'm only really risking $99. That's what you're thinking, right? Because that's exactly what he was saying. And you are hooked like crack. I might not win, but I could. It's like the lottery. Everybody's going to be out there playing these lottery games tonight. $400 million for the, what do you call it? I don't know, one of these big games. It's supposed to be $400 million. Everybody's talking about today. I was going into 7-Eleven, and the lady comes out and she goes, "Don't worry, I got the winning ticket right here." Like, okay, I didn't ask. I'm going in there to get milk. See you later. The mindset is, the chances of you winning that is next to zero. So many degrees, you're not winning. Let's put it that way. But people still pay to play that, because the idea is, yeah, the odds are so far against me, but it only costs me $1. Now let's take a step back. Nobody's getting rich on that $1 being spent, and these funded companies aren't getting rich by your measly little $99, but they are getting rich with the masses that keep doing that same thing, just like the lottery administration. It's in their advantage to give you the freedom and rope to hang yourself. But they didn't kick the chair out from underneath you, so they're not the bad guy. They laid a single round of ammunition on a table in front of you. They laid an empty handgun on the table in front of you. They made this Russian roulette available for you to play, but you decided to pick the bullet up. You placed it in the chamber. You spun it and put it to your head. Whose fault is it when you pull the trigger? What consequence and result after you pushing that trade, doing that thing that you did? Who's going to have the responsibility when that trigger's pulled? Not them. Their hands are clean. They're getting paid, and they don't care if you go away, because there's going to be someone else that's going to jump in their spot, your spot, everyone else's spot, that says, "I'm tapped out. I can't afford to pay anymore." That same, I might not win, and there's a lot of things saying I can't likely succeed doing this, but if I win, I can get through the step one faster. Like, that's somehow going to change your level of discipline, personal responsibility, and now you're going to suddenly follow the rules. You won't, because now you're going to say, "Well, listen, I just took 10 contracts and I made $1,500 on 3 handles." What seemed like seconds. It only took me seconds to do that. Well, let me just go in there with my live stage 2 funded account, and I can just do that every day. That's not the model. That's not the model. You're going to make every excuse to do the wrong things. Like a married man that caught the eye of another woman that he knows he should not talk to. He knows where she's at, and he's making excuses. Honey, we need bread. No, I got bread today. All right, well, I'm going to go get some soda. What do you need soda for? I don't know, I'm thirsty. You're doing anything you can to get out of the house, to go find yourself in the position to be in that step 2 funded position where you can over leverage and play Russian roulette with a hoochie mama. That's human nature. That's a character flaw. You're inviting chaos. You're asking for it. In this case, you're buying it. You're paying for it. And while they may make available all these things, if you don't do the right thing by having less leverage, don't give them the opportunity to see you fail so quickly and easily, because they know the majority of you are going to over leverage. They know you want to get to the part that makes money, and they have a 90% likelihood that you aren't never getting there. And even if you did and you get lucky, maybe one payout, oh, great. Your greed's going to tap you there and say, okay, I need to make more, or I need to go quicker this time. All they have to do is sit back and let circumstances be what they are. Recklessness and chaos shows up. And for a period of time, for those that are getting lucky with it, ego is going to be that friend that leads you to ruin. I'm always going to be able to make money now. Look at me. We are. And unfortunately, that kind of mindset leads to ruin. So don't invite it. Don't make it about a spectacle. Don't make it about over-the-top types of results or Olympic-sized feats or speed at which you get to stage 2. Take your time. Relax. Just relax. One day like today, anybody that uses what I'm teaching could get funded to stage 2 in a day like today with one contract. That's not impossible. One contract that could have been done today. But you're looking at a move like today and you're thinking, if I had 5 contracts here and 5 contracts here and 5 contracts there, yeah, you could have. It could have been like that for you. But do you have that experience yet? Probably not. So don't have your expectations so high and lofty where it's easy for you to fall and not feel like you can do it. In other words, don't set yourself up for more than just a temporary failure, because traders and trading is a lifetime of failure. How you deal with that? I ask that question on my interviews now. How do my students that are funded and consistently making money, how do they deal with losing? Everybody does something different. Some people take it harder than others. Other people say, well, it sucks, but I ain't worried about it. I'm going to do the next trade because that trade didn't lose enough for me to feel like I've been beaten.